this is disgusting. There are so many things I would rather suck.
Warum ist das so groß?
Damit es nicht schmilzt. Ist echt interessant, wie die das machen. Da gibt es diese eine
Ging das schnell mitten in die Fresse? Oh!
Der Wilde Westen ist eine ganz furchtbare Gegend. Alles und jeder will dich töten. Wütende, besoffene Leute, wilde Tiere, Banditen.
Could you explain A Million Ways to Die in the West, but with your Stewie voice in a few sentences? That would be so awesome.
A Million Ways to Die in the West is a glorious film with a whole lot of death. Not one of them being Lois, which is very upsetting. But a whole lot of death, whole lot of dying, whole lot of unpleasantness, which, my God, I probably sound like a fellow from Texas to these Englishmen in the room, don't I? Morgen werde ich in die Stadt gehen. Look at that. Stewie doing German.
There's one scene in the movie that I wanted to ask you about.
Go on. It was awful.
Yeah, the beard scene, was that awful?
He has a mustache and it was awful.
Yeah, but whose idea was it?
Seth's. It was Seth's idea, for sure. It must have been. I mean, I'm not gonna... It could be a bunch of people, but I had to suck on old hair, old human hair that had been collected and sewn into a piece of mesh and then glued onto Neil Patrick Harris's face and then dipped in honey. So it would taste like something I could recognize.
It was dipped in honey.
It was hilarious. I'm glad. Of course, I would do anything for Seth, pretty much. I guess we probably all would, but boy, after like the 7th take, I was just like, how many? This is disgusting. There are so many things I would rather suck than his mustache.
All right.
Komm, Luis, du machst mich immer so scharf. Oh, nein, das habe ich nicht gesagt.
So, you're playing a very tough woman in this movie, and you also played in a lot of other movies tough women. Is this your niche?
No, I mean, look, I don't think of them as just tough women. I think of them. It's weird to me always when, this is not just you, by the way, but when you do press junkets and male journalists say, oh, you play such a tough, strong woman. And I think to myself, how many guys do you say that to? Like, do you say that to Liam Neeson when he's here doing press for Taken? Do you go, hey man, you play such a tough guy?
He always plays tough guy and I'm very scared
but
of him.
But men don't say that, and it's interesting to me because I think that's the one thing that people latch on to, but the point is that we're, it's a juxtaposition of both. We're only strong because we can be vulnerable. And I think women really relate to women who can fend after themselves, but they're not superheroes,
I like playing, I play a lot of independent characters, like good, strong women. I think it'd be really fun to play somebody who's obsessive and desperate and clingy, because I think being clingy has something to do with your own issues, obviously, and I like playing people who have issues.
Ich lebe quasi in ihr. Also, wenn ihr mir einen Brief schicken wollt, dann adressiert ihn wohnhaft in ihre Vagina.
So, is there your most creative way to die in the West?
Funny thing is about all those ways to die is that most of them, the genesis of most of those ideas did come from actual historical anecdotes. The big blocks of ice were shipped across the country in the absence of refrigeration. The photographs were taken with a magnesium powder flash that would explode. The silver miners really would die because all they could taste were spicy foods, and that's all they would eat, and it would tear their guts to bits.
Seht ihr die Karte da drüben? Die Jungs aus der Silbermine, seht ihr, was die essen? Rippchen in scharfer Soße. Die essen ständig nur scharfe Sachen. Zu jeder gottverdammten Mahlzeit. Und wieso? Weil ihre Geschmacksnerven völlig abgestorben sind, weil sie giftige Gase einatmen da unten in der Mine. Mehr schmecken die nicht. Wisst ihr, was der Fraß einem antut? Die krepieren an ihren eigenen Fürzen.
There was a scene that wasn't in the movie that where the town doctor is performing surgery, but he's literally just digging around in there with his bare hands, and he leaves the room for a second, and his cat jumps up on the table and makes off with an intestine. That'll be on the Blu-ray.
Selbst der Doktor. Ich konnte sie nicht retten. Sie hatte einen Splitterdog. Da kann man halt nichts machen.
I know, but it's always like such cliches. You have that clingy woman, and then you have the tough woman who fights for herself and everything, and then in the end she needs a man to get out of it. It was so weird for me because I always think, okay, you could beat Liam Neeson's ass, actually.
I really can't. You think so? Have you met him?
Well, I mean in the movie. I mean, personally, I would like not say that at all.
Oh boy, yeah, you're gonna get in trouble. He's gonna see this show and he's gonna come for you. And he's all 6'6", baby, so get ready for it.
Oh my god, 96 hours free.
Yeah.
No.
Ich weiß, du bist hier, Stark.
Was meinst du, wir klauen eine Pulle Whisky und brennen durch?
Ja, das fände ich klasse.
Dein Schwanz hängt raus.
A million ways to die in the West.
Vielleicht ist der Wilde Westen doch gar nicht so kacke.
Kann ich ein hübsches Paar wie euch für ein Wundermittel interessieren?
Oh! Ach du Scheiße!
Wir sind im Diskothek tanzen.